So we've had a new accumulator fitted this morning by Joe, and Jamie's going to tell you all about it.
So for some weeks now we've had on our water through the taps, it pulses, so it goes on, off, on, off, and that we have a pressurized system which has an accumulator, which is a tank, and ours is 8 litre with a special bladder inside that pressurizes, and basically when the taps will pressurize and they will get through most of that 8 litres before the very noisy pump comes on and fills it back up and stops. So it's constant, it stops the pump from cycling on and off. So 2 weeks ago we noticed that we were starting to cycle on and off, and it got so bad that I checked the accumulator and saw there was a crack at the base. So ordered a new accumulator. Julie arrives, our chap Joe, who's brilliant, says it could be a lot of things. So I carry a spare pump, water pump, so we put the new water pump on along with the new accumulator, filled it back up with water, and it was still doing the same thing. Not quite as quick, it's still doing the same thing. So then we scratch our heads and think, well, we haven't got a leak because it doesn't make lots of noises when everything's switched off, so we're okay there. So what could it be? So then Joe realizes in the engine bay next to our accumulator hot water tank, there is a smaller tank that is I keep forgetting what it's called. It's like an accumulator, but it's called an expansion tank, and it's where the hot water, if it gets too hot, it goes over into this and then draws back in. So we thought that was knackered. So Joe was going to cut it out, and I said, well, before you cut it out and bypass it, it's a vital part of the heating system. Just check the pressure on it. The pressure was perfect. So then I thought, what's the pressure on the new one? And Joe says, oh, they're pre-factory set, they're absolutely fine. So then I get the instructions for our pump, and where the pressure that the pump kicks in, the accumulator needs to be a couple of PSI below that. So it was basically the accumulator tank from factory was double the pressure that we needed. So we brought it down to the right pressure, and now you get constant running, constant filling, sorted.
And while Jamie's been busy with accumulators and all sorts of very boring things, I've created a little shrine at the bow of our boat, which up until now wasn't being used for very much. But the flowers at the front of the boat were being bashed every time we went to go and get our keys or reach for something. So I moved them to the back, and I found another mirror because we haven't got a full-length mirror in this part of the boat. So I've popped that down and put a few flowers around it. So I hope it's a little more pretty.
In our boat with the water system, when you turn it on, it's pressurized. There's no pump going, okay? Because you've got 8 litres of water. When you get past that point, constant pressure. Now you can hear it filling up. It's keeping the water constant. When I stop, you can hear so now it's full, 8 litres are full again. If you don't have that, in the system we have, the sensor in the pump can't regulate it. So it goes on, off, on, off, on, off, pressure, no pressure, pressure, no pressure, pressure, no pressure. So the accumulator smooths all that out and stops your pump from knackering.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is Saturday afternoon, and the dogs and I have just been for a very blustery, bit wet walk, and we're just waiting for Jamie to do a little bit of shopping at Lidl's, and then we are finally going to relax for our weekend. I hope you're all well, and I'll speak to you soon. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, and I've just done a workout which you will have seen a time lapse of, And amusingly, Jamie, who's working on the boat today, he actually took a video of us, well, me, doing a workout on Saturday, and you'll see the difference between what he videoed and what I videoed. And I think there was an emphasis on something that perhaps he shouldn't have emphasised. Anyway, we're working to get that smaller, and I do hope you find it amusing. Don't get my great big arse in it. You're on.
I'm on what?
You're on video.
Right, we're going to start the engine because I haven't started it for a month. So first of all, we've got to switch off the immersion.
Come out here.
Okay.
Oh, I was going to go in the cupboard.
Yeah, that's that.
Right.
Grab the keys.
The dog will go crazy because she doesn't like it, but...
Undo that. Start the engine.
Starting the engine. We're going to... What are we waiting for?
Warming it up now. Wait for the yellow light to go out.
Take it out of gear. Listen to that girl. It's that sunset again. But if I go inside, you'll see how nervy our girlie is. This is her not knowing what to do with herself. That's why we got the cage, so that she can go in there if she gets too stressed. No, come on, sweetheart. Come on. Come here. Oh, you're yawning. Yeah, she can't be that scared. You silly girl. It's not going to hurt you, sweetie. It's not. You're panting. Oh, dear, dear. Come on. Come here. Good girl. Come on. There's a good girl. Won't hurt you, darling. Won't hurt you. I know. That's the problem. And we have found that if we go off the boat, she will try and get off at any opportunity, so she has to be inside, otherwise she completely loses it. How long do we need to let that go on for, my
We're
love?
running for about half an hour to get a nice up to temperature.
Yeah.
And then we switch off.
I couldn't resist coming out this evening because it is so beautiful. So, this is the latest addition to room number 2. Some gorgeous shelving, which has got aluminium, I don't know if it's aluminium actually, I think it could be stainless steel. Anyway, metal rods, which go all the way up through the shelves. They're screwed together, and look at this edging here. Absolutely love it. It's just drying off at the moment. These little nodules here are to cover the screw marks, and James has just gone away now to make the desk, which will come out further than that, about as far as the edge of the chair, and then we'll be pretty much done. Very pleased. Hello everybody, it is Tuesday afternoon and it's a bit of a gross day actually. I thought I'd show you just how awful it is. So we have lots of rain, lots of showers. You can see those clouds looking really threatening. It's a little bit chilly as well. And we find when it's raining that it gets very steamed up in here. See all that condensation on the window? That is why we are spoilt, because we're in a marina. And we have this little dehumidifier which in about 10 minutes time will clear all the windows. And this is the window with a little help of this about 15 minutes later. See, it works. I'm hoping the summer isn't too far away now. And before I forget, thank you everybody for watching our vlogs. And if you've liked them, please like. And if you want to be notified of any new vlogs that we do, please subscribe to our channel. It all helps with getting our ratings up and helps with the algorithms of YouTube. If you want to leave a comment, please feel free to do so, and I will reply to every single one. Have a great rest of your week.